Hello from 2, chapter 2, video number 6, and your notes, page number 7. We start another title, good title again, okay? 来 page number 7 开始了。OK, habitats, okay? Habitat 什么叫 habitats? Habitat is a natural home for organism, but don't copy yet your new textbooks. It's a natural place where an organism live. Okay, 新的 textbook 这样写，跟着。So copy what's meant by habitats. 栖息地，对吧 ？Is a natural place where an organism live. 生物大自然的家就叫 habitats. Okay. So now our main title will be habitats, and what we have inside the habitats. 在我们的 habitats 里面有什么东西呢 ？And for this title, I'm going to discuss 4 words. 我要讲4个字罢了 ：species, population, community, and ecosystems. And for these 4 words, I can finish it in 2 minutes. 我可以2分钟教完。我叫学生站起来读，然后坐下来。隔壁的站起来读，坐下来，2分钟就教完。And I can finish it in 2 hours. 我也可以用2小时教完。Depends on you 啦，要看你是谁。你的程度到哪里 ？Okay, so I don't know who are you. 我不知道你是谁啊 ，but still want to teach. If I ask you to read and copy the answer only， 然后抄一些句子，那就可以回去呢。你也不知道，你妈咪再照样的载你来补习。不过我会愧对自己了。Okay, so start now. Where to go? This is your notes and turn behind the cover. 在封面的后面 you having a place that is blank 空的 or maybe this is your notes and the last page maybe also blank 它的最后面也可能是空的 so 找一面空的 and make your notes become horizontal 把你的 notes 呢放横 okay make it become horizontal 放横那 and now separate your notes into 2 parts 70% 30% 70% 或者是30% 呢So for the 70% I'm going to draw 我会在这边画东西 Another 30% I'm going to write 4 sentences 4句话1 2 3 4 4 sentences only Okay so we start our drawing now here 我们从这一边开始drawing So when I'm drawing I teach you the title 我一边在教你我画只是要教你东西罢了 Finally you understand the 4 words你明白那4个字就叫什么？你自己想啊。Okay, start now. 开始了。In the classroom, some of them very happy. 他们画得很高兴，一直看他朋友，他的朋友一直看他。Some of them 画到脸黑黑。So 脸黑黑的会快乐吗？我不知道。还是那些笑笑的会比较快乐 For me 啦，我的意见就是这样。So 来 you can draw habitats ponds. 动物的栖息地，生物的栖息地，池塘 OK so draw a pond 70% 那边 OK and with some water 还有一些水对不对 OK settle So they say I'm an artist 我就是画家 and I draw a diagram called pond 池塘 Okay, so now in the exhibition 在我的画展的时候 I give the price I set the price 20,000 我要卖20,000因为我是画家Okay, so do you want to buy this drawing? 请问你要买吗 For those very clever 那些聪明的人呢做生意的啊头脑很好的啊 OK 不一定做生意才是厉害啊 okay. So for those is very clever 那些聪明的人呢 Should they buy this drawing? 他应该买吗 For me I don't buy怎样都不要买 You know why? Because your title is called ponds 你的 title 叫池塘 But now we look at the ponds 我只看到一个东西罢了什么东西一种感觉就叫做死气沉沉 But I should not write this word 好像不吉祥对不对所以我们就要避免这种东西了所以这样死气沉沉的一张画一个生物都没有掉在你的 office 掉在客厅mana esai Okay So if you call this as a ponds a habitat it must be living thing inside 对不对一定有生物在里面 For example fish A copy, draw. For example, fish B, 鱼 B. For example, prawn C, 虾 C. 鱼 A, 鱼 B, 虾 C. But just an animal only? No, it must be plant D, 草 D. 草衣，对不对 ？So in a habitat, it must be different species of organism. 里面一定有各种各样的生物 ，and the different type of living organism, we call them as different species. So now come the first word. 第一句话出来了 ，OK， 右手边 copy， 什么叫 species？ 种类，种类 species。Same organism that can breed among themselves， 什么叫种类？同样的生物 ，that can breed among themselves， 这些是生物呢，它们能自己互相繁殖。So same organism that can breed among themselves， 同类就是同样的一种生物，能互相繁殖。So human, for example, okay, for example, Chinese and Indian, are we same species？ 我们是同类吗？ So science tell you very clear. If you can breed among yourselves， 如果华人跟印度人结婚，然后能生出健康的小孩子，就是同类。能互相繁殖就是同类。But human and monkey, we are same species or not？你自己想一下啦，你做一只母的猴子，然后过后你跟它生出健康的小孩子，会爬树的吗？不可能，就不是同类，明白吗 ？So this is what we call species. So now in the habitat ponds, now you add some species, and can somebody or will somebody buy a drawing？ 有人会买吗？不可能，除非那个人笨的。Why? Okay.Because from the drawing, I see something again. 我又是看到同样的东西死气沉沉。Why? Same species must be living together. 同类一定要住在一起，对不对 ？A must be living together with A. Because if one A only, A going to become O, and A going to die. And because not reproductions, no reproduction, they not breed among themselves. A 自己一个人住，没有繁殖。A 老了死去了，这个 A 就绝种了。So 同类一定要住在一起。So in a pond， 在池塘里面 ，if you having a fish called A, it must be another A inside the same ponds. Or one day in the pond， 在这池塘里面，你捉到一只鱼 ，very special, nobody saw it before， 没有人看过。然后你开记者会，你拿着那只鱼，这种鱼啊，世界上一只罢了啊，那些记者马上跑啊，因为记者也是有读书的。So 如果水沟里面有一只鱼 ，OK， 虽然很少。不过，如果你努力啊，肯定有第二只、第三只。Why? Same species, they must living together, so they can breed among themselves, produce a new offspring， 产生新后代，要不然早早绝种去了。So B must living together with the B. C must having their friend, their relative， 一定有亲戚朋友。Okay? D must living together with the D, and E must be live together with the E. 哇哦，现在的池塘又感觉不一样了，对不对 ？So same species must be living together. When they living together, they become what? Population， 族群，就变成了一个族群。同类一定要住在一起。如果同类没有住在一起，不会长久，一定绝种，明白吗？人一定要跟人住在一起。If one day you could move to the mountain， 你自己一个人上山 ，OK， 你不会太久，你会老，然后在山上不见气罢了。So， 如果你生病，通常你离群啊，鱼也是这样，你一离群，嘣，大鱼吃掉。So， 同类正常的都会住在一起 ，understand？ Okay, so what is mean by population？ 什么叫 population？ Population 就是族群 ，same species of organism living in the same habitat， 同类一定要住在一起。如果你离开，大致上凶多吉少，相信吗？所以你在海里面呢，看到鱼啊，它离开它的鱼群呢，大致上凶多吉少。鱼生病的时候，动物生病，它自己会躲起来，因为它生病。要不然正常的都不会离开。如果人自己离开了，上山了，他就是生病了。什么病？真的 ，OK？ So same species must be living together. But in Chinese, we're having a simpulan bahasa. 我们有一个成语啊。他讲一山不能容二虎，对不对啊？这句话也不是很对啦。So for me, my opinion， 我的意见罢了啊。OK， 一山起码2只老虎，一公一母。Otherwise, the tiger going to extinct， 要不然老虎肯定绝种，明白吗 ？OK， now the drawing is okay or not？ 要不要买？卖给你20千。OK， 不要买 ，Yes， 为什么呢 ？So the same species living together, they become the populations. But same species, they cannot eat themselves. 他们不能自己吃自己。 So in order to survive in this habitat, different population must be interdependent. 不一样的族群呢，一定要互相的沟通。But how they interact? 他们怎样沟通呢 ？Simple. E 100的 B，E 被 B 吃掉 ；B 100的 C，C 100的 D，D 100的 A。So they eat each other. 他们互相吃来吃去 ，and finally. 最后就变成了 ，so they can get their food 了，他们就能拿到他们的食物。原来动物、生物、植物，我们在吃来吃去的时候，也是为了生存罢了，对不对 ？So in order to survive in a habitat, different population must be interdependent. Or another meaning, 我们肯定要吃来吃去，因为有吃来吃去，我们才有食物，我们才能生存下去，对不对？But when different populations interdependence， 当不一样的族群吃来吃去，互相沟通的时候 ，will become what？ 它就变成了一个更大的东西 ，and we call 社群 community 社群。So what's mean by community? Different population interdependence， 不一样的族群，他们互相沟通。If you don't interact， 如果你没有沟通，你就不能拿到食物，对不对？所以不管你多么好练呢，你要是要吃东西，看到菜也要先把菜拿来吃，一定要沟通才能拿到食物。So different population interdependence， 当不一样的族群沟通的时候，就变成了一个社群，对不对？And next， but now 要不要买？这张画画值得买吗？厉害的人会看得出，不厉害的他以为有画画就可以了，只要那个画家够出名。For me, I don't buy， 因为这些鱼呢，其实也不会久了的。Why？ 为什么呢？来 ，So now different population interdependence, they get their food, but they still cannot survive. In order to survive properly in an ecosystem, living thing must be interdependent with the non-living thing. 生物跟非生物一定要沟通。Okay, living thing must be interdependent with the non-living thing. For example, okay, one day if the fish tell the water， 鱼跟水讲，水你是非生物，我看不起你，我跳出去 ，the fish die， 它死。So 生物跟非生物，生物如果要好好活下去 ，you have to interact with the non-living thing， 一定要跟非生物呢好好的沟通 ，understands? For example, okay, 那。Plant must be interact with the rock, so the rock can be the place for the fish to hide， 给它躲藏起来。Rock supply mineral， 它提供矿物质。A plant must be interact with the water. A fish must be interact with the gases， 在水跟水中的空气互相沟通。OK， A plant must be interact with the soil， 跟泥土沟通，对不对？真的，所以生物一定要跟非生物好好沟通。For example, when I come to this room to make my record， 我第一件事情呢，就看到我的椅子。So what I feel， 哎呦，椅子一晚上没有看到你，哎呦，我说 I like， 所以是生物跟非生物好好沟通。So what you get happiness， 你拿到快乐。Or now the air from the air conditioner， 哎呦，要好好沟通，你才会快乐。Some of them 有些人不是来到这边踢椅子，又要拍戏啊！你怎样快乐？你没有好好沟通，你肯定不会快乐。Understand? But now the diagram OK 呢？这张图片 OK 吗 ？Living thing, non-living thing now interdependent， 互相沟通了，对不对？拿到自己的必需品 ，so 不过会欠一个东西了 ，you better add。保加进去了 ，CS 单有人在我们的生态里面会更有趣，对不对？我们骗那个鱼给它吃那个钩，对不对？然后把它勾上来。So like add in your diagram 加下去，那你的dialog在这边 CS 单。So this is what we call ecosystem 生态。看到没有？这张图画叫生态，生生不息的状态，一直在流动能量，对不对 ？So 把这张图画吊在你的客厅。生生不息，生意，明白吗？生生不息的生意啊，这种才叫画画，20千便宜了。OK， 送你，今天 free 送你，只要你能了解就送你，你不了解这张图画你买回去也没有用了。OK，so this is what we call ecosystem 生态。So what's mean by ecosystem? When living thing, non-living thing interdependent， 生物跟非生物互相沟通 ，they become ecosystem， 就变成了生态，生生不息的一种状态。42亿年到现在还没有停到 Okay, so living and non-living thing interdependence, it become ecosystem. 这4个字要会用。然后那张图画可以印出来送你 ，understand? Setup. So finish the words species, population, community, and ecosystems. And now copy on your notes again. 又再抄在你的 notes page number 7这4个字 ，OK? So we follow your textbook， 跟着你的 textbook 写这4个字，它怎样解释呢 ？We can start now. 我们可以开始了。Number 1, species 种类。什么叫种类 species？OK。I'm here， 你在这边，然后我放大给你啊。Species. What is mean by species? A group of similar organisms which can interbreed to produce a fertile offspring. 一组同样的生物，它们互相繁殖 ，produce a fertile offspring， 产生健康的后代，这种才叫同类。OK。So same species, they are totally same, and they can breed among themselves, produce a fertile offspring, 产生健康的后代，就叫同类。But in order to survive, same species must be living together, become population. 同类一定要住在一起，对不对 ？Become populations. So a group of organisms of the same species living in the same habitat. 同类住在一起，就变成了族群 population。同类一定要住在一起的，没有办法的，你不可以离开，离开就对不起了。离开 ，understand? Next, but in order to survive in our ecosystems, different population must be interdependent. 不一样的 population 一定要互相沟通。Several populations of different species interact with one another to form the community. 所以不一样的族群互相沟通，吃来吃去就变成了一个社群，很热闹的社群。我吃你，我骗你，我捉你，你追我，我躲起来，对不对？这种就变成 community. So different population living thing on it. 里面有各种各样的族群，不过只有生物罢了，这种叫社群，生物罢了。OK。Why living thing only？ 为什么社群里面只有生物呢 ？For example, in Malaysia， 在马来西亚呢，我们有马来西亚的社会，对不对啊？马来西亚的社会呢有很多种族了 ，OK， 华人、马来人、印度人、卡达山一般人，芒咖喱太少，不要提起。sorry， 这个有录起来的 ，OK。Our same species must be living together. 华人喜欢住在华人新村，住在一起；马来人住在马来甘崩，住在一起，对不对？印度人住在 estate， 住在一起。卡达山和一般人住在哪里？没有看过长屋里面。OK，all become population. But in order to survive, we have to interdependent. 不一样的族群呢，一定要生活在一起，对不对？卡达山人会离开长屋去来买东西，跟华人买东西。华人拿到钱呢，一定要会找马来人吃咖喱，对不对？找罗迪加奈吃，罗迪加奈拿到钱呢，去妈妈那边呢找印度人吃炒面，对不对？So population. Okay, so when different population interdependence, it becomes the Malaysia community. 变成马来西亚社会。马来西亚社会里面有 band 吗？没有 ，so living thing only 啦。And finally, in order to survive, living thing and non-living thing must be interdependent, become ecosystem, 变成了生态。So ecosystem consists of several community that interact with one another and their environments. OK， 各种各样的族 ，OK， 不是，就是我们的社群跟我们的非生物互相沟通，就变成了我们的。Ecosystem 生态 understand? So this is the title species, population, community, and ecosystem. Set 的搞定 OK, so now answer a few questions for past year. 回答1、2题 past year 就可以了。And after this, we go to exercise 增强这个 title. 永远不要再回来，也不用读的啦，读也不会啊。So they give a diagram and now they ask how many population in these pond ecosystems. 在这个池塘的生态里面呢，到底有多少个 population 族群呢 ？How many population in this pond ecosystem? 多少个？什么叫 populations? Same species living together. 那1个 population, 2个 population, 3个 population, 4个 population, 5 population. So answer is 5 population, 5个 population. Some students ask, 哪里有住在一起？你看他住在这边，另外一个住在那边。 OK， 现在你在补习，你妈咪呢去 shopping center 有住在一起吗？暂时离开吧。Next， 再来。In the jungle, we found the animal deer, monkey, cow, and the plant orchid and staghorn ferns. How many community in these habitats? In the jungle, we having the animal deer, monkey, cow, and the plant orchid and staghorn ferns. How many community in this habitat? 在这个 habitat 里面，它有到底有多少个 community？ 5个、2个、1个、3个。Okay, how many communities? Start. 就是 answer， 写你的答案。大致上很多人错。OK， 好了没有？再看 ，In Malaysia, we having Chinese, Malay, Indian, Katajan, and Ibans， 对不对？啊。In Malaysia, okay, and the same species they work together, live together, become the Chinese population, Malay population, Indian population, Katajan, Iban population. Different population in Malaysia, interdependence, become the Malaysia community or the Malaysia society, 变成马来西亚的社会。所以马来西亚有多少个社会呢？黑社会、白社会？不是，一个马来西亚社会啦。OK? Or another meaning, Satu Malaysia. 有没有听过吗？ Rakyat diutamakan, pencapaian didahulukan. OK? So, Satu Malaysia, One Malaysia 就是这个意思。不一样的 population 互相合作，变成 Satu Malaysia。So, 各种各样的生物，动物、植物都不要管它，我们互相合作，变成一个社群。So, answer is one only. 哪来的2？ So, the idea Satu Malaysia。OK， 就是从这一刻拿出来的 ，you know， 就那些人做这个 slogan， 做这些 logo， 做这些 project 的人呢 ，Satu Malaysia project 的人都有上过这一堂课 ，Satu Malaysia。Understand？ OK， copy the question under your note， 抄在你的第7面的下面 7 and 8。So after this we go exercise. Thank you， 谢谢你，又是20多分钟 ，OK，but never mind。你要买了 ，OK， 好过你什么都不会，拜拜。